I'm just a regular mom trying to do what is best for my kids. And for us, that was and is the decision to homeschool our kids for now. I do realize that homeschooling is not for everybody, and that is a personal decision, but I'm just sharing what we decided as a family. And so far, it has been one of the best decisions for now. I say for now because we don't know what the future will bring, and I don't think anybody knows. So we are going day by day and year by year. I wanted to create a video showing how I put together my son's homeschool curriculum. We did the BJU Press. It was our first year of homeschooling, and I really had no idea how to set up the school year. And so I created the system and wanted to show you guys how I put together the schoolwork for the year. I really think it's very important to have a very organized structure to homeschooling. If you don't, I think you will get very overwhelmed and exhausted and very discouraged very early on. And so I knew that this part was very important for me, and so that's why I wanted to have an organized system that was very easy to access and understand. This is my first year of homeschooling, and I am by no means an expert, but I am very happy with the system that I created and can see myself using the system for the years to come. I do think because of the way I prepared the school year and all of the paperwork for the year has really made my first year of homeschooling less stressful and not as hard as I was expecting it to be. Doing homeschooling, I think in order for it to be successful and not be a burden and overwhelming, it is very important for it to be organized and very structured, and to have a schedule and a routine in place. The beauty of homeschooling is you can make it fit your lifestyle, because if you have other kids, which I do, I had to make it on some days fit the certain schedule that we had for that day. It was very helpful. I want to show you guys a little bit of how the homeschooling curriculum is from BJU Press, to give you a little bit of an idea of how it looks online and how you would log in, and how the teachers, how they teach and how they interact with the kids. What I love the most about the videos with the teachers is that they keep it very engaging for my son. He gets very interested, and he really feels like he's in the classroom, and many times I find him talking.
Continuing on with the next section,
computer.
Because the program is not meant to be watched nonstop. There's really too much information and different directions given for him to be able to absorb it all and then wait to do it all at the end, all those papers. So I think if you will allow a 5 to 10 minute break between each major section, you'll find that his work improves. I used to tell the kids to take a break, but we found that parents wanted to regulate that part of the student's day. So I never say, take a break. I say, I'll be back in a few minutes. So it's totally up to you. But I thought I should mention that breaks really are needed. Today, can you tell? It's hat day, and in composition we're going to talk about uniforms.
Learning anything, just watching online and videos, and he really has improved so much, especially with his reading and his math. Overall, we have been very happy with BJU Press, and we'll use it again next year and probably for the next couple of years for our son and our other kids. So I want to show you guys how exactly I put together the work. At the beginning, it comes in a couple of boxes with a bunch of books and instructions and a lot of teacher manuals. At first, as a first-time homeschooler parent, it can be very overwhelming. At least it was that way for me. It took me about 2 weeks to really figure out a system of how I want to put together this schoolwork. Then after that, it took me another 2 weeks to put all of the schoolwork together. But this took me this long because I am a little bit of a perfectionist, and I wanted every single filing tab to be labeled with the same exact color, the same exact font. But I'm very happy that I sacrificed that time because I don't have to do all of the labeling anymore every single year. So trust me, it's worth the sacrifice of the time. After that, I went through the lessons of every single day of every single subject. They have a video guide, and there it shows you what they need for that day. And then I just broke it down by every subject, and then I wanted to do each subject by a different color, just so that way visually it would be very easy to understand what subject is what if anyone ever has to stay or help out with my son's homeschooling, which they haven't to this point. But in the future, it is very easy to just explain to someone what subject is what color, what week they are on, and in that week to divide the papers by day. And that is what I did. I went book by book and teared out page by page and put it together day by day. BJU lessons guides and video guides are very easy to understand, so that made it for me very easy. There are extra activities or papers that they will need for each lesson. It depends on what subject and what exactly they are doing. And so that's why I put a little sticky note labeling what day it was, and then I wrote a little note for myself of what extra activities or papers or things for that day or that specific lesson. So after I did that, then I created a binder for my son, and I put dividers to separate each subject, and then I added a Monday to Friday tab on each subject because I wanted to put all of the work he has for the week in his labeled subject dividers. So all I really had to do was every Sunday night prepare that binder for the week for all the subjects. I would just hole punch the papers and put them in the binder, and it had stress-free. After he is done with that week, then I take those papers and I put them in a separate binder labeled by each subject, and then I put it back in order like how the book was, and then I grade it that way. I also wanted to put the tests in a separate folder. I also wanted it to be color coordinated as well, so it would be easy for me to grab and to understand what that is. I hope this video would give you some inspiration and idea of how to set up the schoolwork for the year. I will soon be making a video showing our homeschool routine and how we do the work every day. Although we are almost done with the school year, and this COVID-19 lockdown has kind of got our schedule upside down, but I will be posting a video about that, so stay tuned for that.